So today, we're going to look at a tool that promises to take something massive, like writing a whole nonfiction book, and make it not just doable, but maybe even fast.
All right, let's just get right into it. How many of you have an idea for a book? You've got this deep expertise you want to share, but man, the thought of actually writing it feels like this impossibly long road, right? The time, the research, it's like staring up at a giant mountain you have to climb all by yourself.
And look, the reality is, writing a book is a huge challenge. It's filled with all these hurdles that, let's be honest, stop most of us before we even really get going. You know the feeling? All that painstaking research, that paralyzing writer's block? That's why so many amazing ideas just stay ideas.
But what if you didn't have to do all that heavy lifting alone? Seriously, imagine having a partner who could tackle the research, the first draft, all the structuring for you. Well, that's exactly where this idea of an AI co-author comes into play.
And that's the core idea behind YouBooks. It's not just a writing tool, it's designed to be your AI co-author. It takes your sources, your knowledge, and, this is key, it even learns your unique writing style to build a whole manuscript. We're talking about something designed to create real substance, not just generic AI filler.
And I love this quote from the founder, Ioannis, because it just nails the mission here. He says, "Every niche deserves a high-quality nonfiction book." It's all about making publishing accessible to experts in any field. So if you're a course creator, a marketer, a specialist of any kind, this is about getting your unique knowledge out there for everyone.
Okay, so how does this thing actually turn your ideas into a real book? Well, the process is pretty powerful, but it's also surprisingly straightforward. It's all about taking your raw materials and building them into a massive, cohesive piece of work. It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you feed it your sources, your notes, transcripts, research, whatever you've got. Step 2, and this is super cool, you define your style. You give it samples of your own writing, and it learns to sound like you. And then step 3, you just hit generate, and this whole team of AI agents gets to work researching, writing, and editing the book for you. And listen, we are not talking about some flimsy little guide here. We're talking about generating up to 300,000 words in a single go. To put that in perspective, your average nonfiction book is maybe, 70 to 100,000 words? This thing can write a book that's potentially 3 times that size. That's massive. So what makes this different? How does it avoid just repeating itself or getting lost like a lot of AI writers do? Well, it uses what they call a multi-agent system. Just think of it like a little team inside the AI. You've got a researcher, a writer, and an editor, all kind of debating and working together. That's what keeps the book coherent from start to finish. And since it's using your sources and your writing style, the end result actually feels like something you wrote.
Okay, let's talk about the offer, because this is where things get really, really interesting for anyone who's serious about finally getting that book written. For a limited time, there's a lifetime deal on AppSumo that just blows the usual high monthly costs right out of the water.
I mean, just look at this comparison. The standard price for their top tier is around $2,400. The AppSumo lifetime deal? $489. That is not a yearly subscription, folks. That's a one-time payment. You buy it once, and you have this tool for life, including all the future updates. That's a crazy good value. And they've got a few different tiers, so you can pick the one that fits what you're trying to do. Maybe you just want to write one big book, or maybe you're planning to build a whole publishing empire. For you power users out there, the higher tiers even have this bring your own key option. That basically means you can use your own AI model access for super cheap word credits. It's a game changer if you're doing this at scale. All right, before you jump in, you probably have some questions. I mean, it's a big deal, right? So let's just tackle the most common ones head on so you know exactly what you're getting into. Okay, first up, and this is probably the biggest question on everyone's mind when it comes to AI. Do I actually own the copyright? And the answer is a big, clear yes. For any book you create with a paid plan, you have the exclusive rights. It's your project, it's kept completely private, and it's 100% yours to do whatever you want with. Next question. What about fiction? You know, for all you storytellers out there, could you use this to finally write that novel you've been dreaming about?
Right now, the answer is no. The platform is built and optimized exclusively for nonfiction. And honestly, that's probably a good thing. It means all its systems are fine-tuned for what makes nonfiction great: solid research, logical structure, and factual coherence.
Okay, another big one. Can I actually edit the book after it's generated? Or are you just stuck with whatever the AI spits out?
Of course you can.
Absolutely. You can export the whole thing as a docx, EPUB, or whatever you need, and then you can polish it in your favorite editor. The best way to think about it is that YouBooks is your co-author that does all the grunt work. It gives you a complete first draft, and then you get to come in and add your final human touch to make it perfect.
So, there you have it. We've talked about the problem that stops so many of us from writing a book. We've seen the solution, this powerful AI co-author. And we've looked at the incredible lifetime offer that puts it right within your reach. Now, it's your turn.
So, are you ready to write that bestseller? If you're finally ready to get all that knowledge out of your head and onto the page, to establish yourself as an authority in your field, then here's exactly what you need to do next.
Okay, here are your next steps. Number 1, and this is the most important, click the link down in the description to go grab that YouBooks lifetime deal before it's gone. 2, if this explainer was helpful for you, do me a favor and hit that like button. And 3, subscribe so you don't miss out on more deep dives into cool tools like this. And finally, number 4, I really want to know, what book will you create? Let me know in the comments below.
Seriously, don't let your big idea just stay an idea. The chance to really establish your authority and share what you know has never, ever been this accessible. This is it. Thanks so much for watching.